France is cancelling their Lend-Lease, so no more support equipment from you. But that's because I am in positive once more. So, in here, Nimunder. I can't do too many at once. I would like some more elite infantry. Oh, I can turn them into Nova Legions. Interesting. We can do one more. Elite infantry. Do it. Radar is really quick to build. Is it? Well, we'll soon find out. In 5 days, in fact. The Ottomans want to negotiate. Oh, this is because they want to stop their payments. Ottoman diplomats in Vienna have informed our foreign ministry that they have cancelled their loan payments to us. Instead of regular payments, they offer to send us consumer goods as compensation for investments. It is clear that refusing this offer may result in a unilateral declaration of default by the Ottoman government. Shall we accept? This will help ease the burden of the Austrian people. Which means that we get minus 50 consumer goods factories, 15% consumer goods factories for 60 days. Or we can reject. No, we'll accept. Anything to help our Ottoman brothers, because you might well be one of the few allies we have in this world. Because fuck you, Germany. Sorry, so did I say that aloud? Mordred does need all the shooty bang bangs. He missed out a shooty. Institutionalize the Vienna Circle. Done. Radio detection also done. Marvellous. Let's invite others to the Vienna thing. Or do we want the infrastructure? Right now, actually, I kind of want these two more, because our science is doing fine. Our industry, however, is lagging about 3 years behind. So let's get the infrastructure, which will allow us to build more factories more quickly, and let's also get the civilian economy going so that we can get more civilian factories up and running. The Südbahn, or Southern Railway, is a railroad that runs from Vienna to over Graz to Laibach and Trieste, the main seaport of the Austro-Hungarian monarchy, and finally Milano. Though still a major line of transportation, it was built in 1836 to 1860, so the tracks are in dire need of modernisation. Electrifying the connection would go over relatively swiftly and help a lot with that. Do it. And then we have got the radar. Oh, we never got the computing machine, which is now 2 years late. My bad. And we are still waiting for a technology, which is the naval assault thing, which shows a 1940 thing. No, we definitely want that. And yeah, radar, building, that was it. Radar stations cost only 3,000, but I cannot put it in allied area. Damn it! I could, however, put it over here. Oh, it's tiny range. It's nice that it tells you the range, though. I could put it in Tyrol, because that's where they keep bombing. I don't know, why can't I put it up here? Maximum level reached already, or no slots available. That's because the puppet needs to research that. Alright. Da Chicken God! Tias and the Blondini! Thank you very much for the follows, I appreciate that. Yeah, radar is very useful, but only if you can place it in useful areas. Now I'm going to wait until January, and then we'll fill that slot. Are you guys done training? Almost. We'll wait. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. It's fine. Please tell me that they are losing ships. Not really. Ah! We have one of our heavy cruisers. Where is he? There he is. He's a newbie compared to the rest. Oh, I have no screens. That's a slight problem. That means my capital ships are much easier attacked and destroyed. Right, now you can stop training. Good. Okay, almost January, and then we can do new stuff. Yay. How's the Air Force doing? Why have you still only got one plane? Oh, for Pete's sake. I was wondering why you were sucking. Did I not press set limit? I may not have. There we go. I was wondering, it's like, how long does it take to reinforce? Jeez! Alright, so that should seriously help with the air incursions. And then once you have all arrived, we'll bump you up to a 400. Do we need to? Nah, we're smashing their air force. You can press the radar button in the bottom right corner and you see your radar as well as your enemy allied radar. Cool. Put radar over the Alpine region. I may not need to. What are these planes? What are the bolt and pull overstrands? I hate that it just tells you what they're called and not what the actual plane is. It's not helpful. I don't know what an overstrand Mark II is. I don't even know what the icon is, although that kind of looks like a pre-war tactical bomber, maybe? Judging by the range? Oh, it's January. Navy assault thingy, 1940, right? Yes. Or fighters, modern fighters. Or modern ships. We get this heavy cruiser, then we can go straight over to the light cruiser and start pumping those out. I'm going to go with the fighter. Because we have tons of air power already saved. Our radar's always been useful, it was just really hard to tell its effect before then. Okay, we're on the last set of those. We've got 12 civilian factories already. Nice. Which we're working on. Of course, we're going to be getting some civilian factories from our minions too. Actually, that's probably another downside to having small puppets here. So they'll build stuff slower because they can't use the concentrated civilian factories of the rest of the nation. But then again, having lots of small puppets would mean that you get the science bonus faster. Or does it, because they're puppets? What does it mean if you're a puppet? Technology sharing bonus minus 50%, so you'd only get 5% rather than 10% from each. That would be the benefit of the smaller puppets. You'd get more technology. It is possible to use the air screens to figure out where planes attacking you are coming from. Ah, more tech done. Cool. That's done. We're 41. That's not 41. That's still being researched. We could get nuclear tech for more research. We're already getting that. We stopped land doctrine, which we probably should resume. Could also do those. Naval assault, that's what we need. Or naval ships. I'm still hoping that the Entente does their bit. Although I do have a way of shifting my navy over here. Hashemite Arabia's already capitulated. Wow, the Ottomans are going to be strong here. Alright, start researching heavy cruisers. So what were we talking about the radar screens? Oh, and saying that it's coming this way. Okay, let's watch this. We can't see anything about that. I would assume they're just flying over southern Germany though. Yeah, they're just swamping us with tactical bombers. So we need some more on aircraft here. Let's beef you up to 200. Still a bit of a shortage. Not a massive one though. I no longer get the effect of Ottoman payments. Oh, that's why I had so many factories going. Yeah, we're down to 3. Okay, that was a lot of factories. A swing of 9 factories. Blimey. And you guys are done. I could send most of you to Numunder. We would be 2 over. Which was sent to wreaking havoc. And then you. I'm sure I can now afford the elite divisions easily. You need training. Get on it. And we're researching the landing craft, so I can start preparing a naval invasion. It'll take a while. How many ships were here? 16 to 18. I'm going to be a little radical. I'm going to move all of you lot to the English Channel, and you can block the enemy there. Then you lot can fly over to here. And once you arrive, we'll start bombing the English Channel. You have no planes. That's why... Is that why we keep on finding enemy aircraft and not actually killing any ships? Finding ships and then not actually killing any? That could well be. So I need naval bombers. They're still ancient. You know what? I'm just going to get rid of that wing. It's kind of pointless. You. Disband. Bye. Yeah, like Neon said, use destroyers against submarines. Use submarines against convoys, though they're honestly not that effective. Cruisers... let me think about this for a second. There's a better way of saying it. Let's go to the shipping thing, and I'll... Like, the easiest way is to tell you the strength of each role. So destroyers are your anti-submarine ship. If you're having problems with submarines attacking your convoys, then you want destroyers. Otherwise, you want light cruisers as your usual screen. And the reason for that is light cruisers are very good at anti-air attacks. They can shoot down aircraft attacking your shipping. And aircraft, honestly, are probably a bigger threat than submarines are. Heavy cruisers are the cheap man's capital ship. They are also the best ship at fighting against... they're also the best anti-air ship, except for carriers when you have got carrier planes. So a fleet of heavy cruisers and light cruisers is actually surprisingly effective. They're also extremely quick. If you are able to afford slightly more, then I would go for battle cruisers and light cruisers. Battle cruisers are great because they are super duper fast. They also have pretty decent armor, meaning that you can do very effective hit and run attacks. So if you're playing as Germany, for example, and you don't want to use the submarine tactics to fight against the British, then use battle cruisers and light cruisers instead. Battleships are the best toe-to-toe warship, so if you're having problems with enemy cruisers, then you probably want battleships to just sink them. Super heavy battleships I haven't really used too often, I'll be honest, but they're basically be an even more expensive form of the battleship, so if you're having problems with battleships, then you want super heavy battleships. Carriers kind of fill a niche of their own, in that they are obviously carriers, they carry aircraft. So if you have enough industry, and believe me, it is very industry intensive to do this, then you probably want carriers. Carriers with light cruisers for support, or carriers and heavy cruisers and light cruisers are a good combination, because carriers are actually surprisingly quick. Where's the max speed? 30 knots versus the battleship. 28. Heavy cruiser. 33. Light cruiser. 32. So yeah, having a cruiser battle fleet with... Sorry, a carrier fleet... Carrier battle group with up to 4 carriers, there is a limit. 4 carriers, heavy cruisers and light cruisers of the screen is a surprisingly effective fleet if you are having to do a lot of... area denial. So if you're fighting in the Pacific, you generally want carriers. If you're fighting in the Mediterranean or around the English Channel, then you probably want battleships. If you're trying to attack the British, then you probably want battle cruisers. Submarines, honestly, I don't like them. They sink way too easily, and enemy fleets tend to have way too many destroyers to really deal with them. But against players who are favouring light cruisers rather than destroyers, submarines might well actually be quite effective. Is that everything I wanted to say? You missed a lot. When will this go up on YouTube? I don't know. It depends on whether I decide to go and do this at the same time as Ireland or after Ireland. If it's at the same time, then it could go up any time in the next week. If I decide to do it after Ireland, it'll be after the 30th of July. I'll probably do it at the same time because I have limited time to record in this week. So yeah, it'll probably be the same time. So, in a day or two. Depends on when I get it edited and rendered. When is this stream going to come to an end? Probably about half an hour. Because I'm starting to flag, I can feel it. And yes, manpower is becoming a bit of a problem. So what I could do to overcome the manpower problems is change all of these into Nova Legions. Manpower would switch, they would lose their veterancy, probably. We'll gain 137,000 manpower though. Much more artillery intensive, that's fine. Support equipment intensive, that's fine. Motorized, that's fine. You know what? Do it. Oh wow, that was a big experience hit. I was not expecting it to be quite so harsh. We'll wait until they're more resupplied, then we'll stick them in here. Also, you need to switch to Nova Imperia, or Nova Legion rather. Come on. There you go. Don't go below. They all stayed at trained. Interesting. So what am I short on? Support equipment. We should overcome that deficit pretty quickly. What does screening do for ships? It basically protects the bigger ships. So the little ships are out ahead. So they tend to get targeted before the big ships, and the little ships have more evasion. So big ships attacking the little ships is less accurate. They're also much better at taking out submarines and aircraft. So basically, if you have a decent screen of the little ships, they'll take out the threats of the big ships until the big ships are closed off enough, and then bang, 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 bang. Which is why, technically, I think you can use heavy cruisers as a screen. That is what I used to do until someone said they're a capital ship, technically, because they have the little blue star. I don't know if that's true. If there is actually a big penalty for using heavy cruisers as a screen, I don't know. I'm a bit confused. What has happened since the Commune first declared war on you? I took out the Commune. France is now Austrian. So basically everything in white, excepting the Kingdom of Ukraine, so everything in here, Bulgaria and Albania, they don't count either. This is all mine. Portugal isn't either. So we are basically Central Europe, plus France, plus Italy. It's all puppets. Ooh, naval battle. Who's fighting? Who's fighting? Oh, this is good, this is good. Enemy ships present, 12. I think the Entente are finally killing their fleet. Are you removing ships from here? Please tell me you are. I don't think you are. Non-aggression with the Dutch East Indies. Sure, the Dutch. The Dutch join the Entente. Interesting. I have never seen them do that. Huh. Cool. Tibet took 2 states, Bhutan was annexed. I've never seen Tibet being so aggro either. Oh, I love the fact that the Dutch joined the Entente. That's awesome. Yeah, there are definitely some naval battles going on here. I really want to send in my own navy. And we can modify the government. Aha! We can get the industrial capacity. I would love to get Austro-Daimler. What am I lacking? These two. We'll get this first. We want the civilian factories. Skoda would be nice, but it's not integral. I did that in the wrong order. I meant to get the industry first because I could go negative. I have to wait 7 more days. No, more than 7 days. Son of a bitch, I really did that wrong. I have to wait like 2 months. I'm trying to do things too quickly, and it's not working. Yeah, I know the manpower shot up. That was the whole point of me switching them all to Nova Legions. It's because I knew that the elite divisions, or the elite infantry, were Austrian, only Austrian, while with the puppets, 70% of the army is Italian, 30% is Austrian. It was a calculated move, it was intended. I didn't realise I'd lose quite so much experience, though. Makes sense, but still annoying. Basically, all of the experience I gained during the war against the Commune was lost. The Italians have got 12% contribution. Hungary's up to 20%. What? And the Italians are building more and more factories, which is fine, because I think they're giving them to me. Yes. That is basically all that's left of the communes down here. Ooh, big fleet. I think the Entente fleets are finally sweeping through the Mediterranean. About time. Hail, it's about time. Right, the whole point I moved you guys to there was so that we could wrest control of the sky so I could send in the naval bombers, but that is now no longer worthwhile. So let's pull them back. Here we go, naval battle. Can I please see what's going on? Oh, it's the Dutch fighting. Right, the Dutch do have a navy. And actually a fairly decent one, if memory serves. Not so decent anymore. They've lost about 50 ships, though. Pas-de-Calais is a terrible port. Cherbourg, he must be pretty decent. 5. Brest. Bretagne is an 8. We'll leave you in port for the moment. Ooh. American Union State took 17 states. Pacific States of America took 7. The United States was annexed. That is a surprisingly well-divided nation. The syndicates and the American Union State are almost equal. And then the Pacific States, are you actually at war with any of the others? No. So these two will slog it out, and then actually the Pacific States are probably in the strongest position. The South will rise again. It sure will. Alright, so now we can get the industry. I'm not going to be waiting for the Austria-Daimler. It's only 5%. It's fine. We want the extra construction speed. Although we're going to be getting synthetic refineries for a while. Oh, my industry is so far behind. It's crazy. Oh, I've lost your name. Oh no, I haven't. You rejoined Nimunda, of course. Duh. How are we doing here? 118 days. 5 versions of France now. Normandy, Brittany, France, French Commune. The African one, that's not really important. You know, like the former French Republic. Right. Air Force, we seem to be controlling everything pretty well now. How many aeroplanes do you even have, Britain? Out of interest. Ooh, up to about 2,000. To my 600. Interesting. Where are they all? That I can't tell. How are you doing for manpower? This must be costing you a bit. Plenty. Oh, please tell me that this isn't still the stupid thing where they change manpower laws, even though they don't need to. Russia, how much do you have? No, they seem to have fixed that. Yeah, it's fine. And non-aggression from the Dutch. There are 2 kinds of people I don't like in this world. Those who are intolerant of other cultures, and the Dutch. What film is that from? It's a film I personally quote an awful lot. For some odd, strange reason. Is there anything else that I want to upgrade you with? No. No. I love gold. Well, my personal favourite. I'm from Holland. Isn't that weird? No, it's not lock, stock. Although I do quote that one an awful lot as well. Lock, stock, the fucking lot. Fucking hate those southern fairies. Fucking hate those... Oh, shit. Said that wrong. Fucking hate those northern monkeys. Fucking hate the southern fairies. Alright, enough swearing for one day. Okay, so we're building a surplus in aircraft. We've got a surplus in support equipment, finally. And there's the Austrian civilian economy. We could get the... We could get the extra steel, which would mean that I don't need to spend so much on importing steel. Or we could go for the Vienna Circle. I think we'll go for the Vienna Circle. With the Vienna Circle being well established, funded, and gaining international recognition, the next step is to invite foreign countries with ties to the crown to take part in the research conducted there. Yes, Austin Powers. Alright. Are you done training yet? No. Are we done doing this yet? No. 3 months. Marvellous. And when's the new fighter done? 45 days. Excellent. We seem to be winning the air battle. We've lost 84 fighters, they've lost 336. I would say that is a very, very acceptable kill to death ratio. Especially for air battles. Still can't build any air bases here. I wish I could demand a piece of their territory. I'd just be like, yeah, Normandy, that's mine now. Or Calais.